friends, welcome back. So today we are going to do a tutorial on makeup for beginners. I think this would be a great video. When I started doing makeup, I literally self-taught myself and just kind of went with it and learned as I went, which is really good for beginners. It's a really good thing to grow. But it's also nice to have that help, to watch someone give you an example, how you can use it, what's good products to use. So I'm here to help you out. And I think that this will be a really good and interesting video. So let's get started. First off, we're going to talk about eyebrows. I already did my eyebrows, but I want to talk about it because this is a really good, I think, beginner brow product. It's also drugstore. I think it's like $6 at Walmart. It's the Uma Beauty 2-in-1 Brow Styler. It has a pencil on one end and the colored gel on the other end. So you get two products in one. That's a pretty good deal. So if you know how to outline your eyebrows and fill them in like that, and that's how you like to do it, this is really good. It glides on easy. It also wipes away really easy just if you make any mistakes. And then if you don't really know how to do that yet, the colored gel will help you out, because all you got to do is just swipe them through and it'll fill in the main like bald spots if you have them, because it is colored. So it's giving you that. And then it's going to set your eyebrows in place all day, which is really nice. This is a really nice product. So next we are going to go into primers. And if you just saw my last video, I talked about this primer, but this is a really good primer. It is tacky, so it's going to adhere that makeup to your face, and it's gonna make your makeup last all day. Like, trust me, you sweat through this. This is going to hold your makeup. This is the E.L.F. Power Grip primer plus niacinamide. They have the original, which is just the Power Grip. I heard that one is also good, but this one gives you kind of like a little dewy finish. And I like that personally. If you're feeling more oily and you don't like that, then go with original. They're the same, like they're really good, as in to like hold your makeup wise. So we're gonna go in with this. I only take about 1.5 pumps in my hands, and you gotta kind of like work fast with this around your face, I feel like, because it is tacky, that it dries down as I get my hair in there. It dries down pretty fast, but I'm telling you, it's worth it. Now that we have set that down, and look, you can see, like, do you see how that bounces? Because it's like sticking, it's like pulling with it. You can hear it. It's crazy, but this stuff's really good. So I would recommend whatever primer you use, give it about a minute to let it actually sit and soak into the skin. So we are gonna do that. We're gonna let it sit and soak into the skin, and we'll be right back. Okay, I am back. So we are going to talk about foundation. So I really, really love this Milani Glow Skin Tint. It's their hydrating skin tint. I have Fair to Light, and I really, really like this stuff. It is really, really thin consistency, but it still gives you like a good medium coverage. It's buildable. It's really, really nice on the skin. It leaves it very dewy. So if you run oily, you might not like this. You might want to go for another kind of skin tint. I know the N.Y.X just came out with one. It's a N.Y.X Blur skin tint, and that one's supposed to be really good. So if you're feeling more oily, you might want that. But something that's going to be light in coverage, I feel like, but buildable, will be good for a beginner, because you don't want to make your face cakey from accidentally putting too much on. So I think a skin tint is really good. But if you do really like that full coverage look, I do have some options I can recommend you that I feel like would be beginner friendly. I feel like any foundation could be beginner friendly, really. It's just, you just don't want to put too much. Light to always apply a little bit, and you can always apply more. But if you apply too much, then you're gonna be sitting there blending and trying to like get it all off and stuff, and it's just gonna be more of a hassle. So I really like the skin tint. So we're gonna go in with the foundation. I'm going to take it on a brush. You could use, so I have 2 tips I feel like are really important. Tip 1 is, I feel like a brush works better than a blending sponge. I mean, every time I've used a beauty blender, it has always came off or looked weird, separated in certain areas. Like, it just didn't really go on nice. I know a lot of people that film and use beauty blenders, and their makeup looks beautiful. So like, maybe I'm doing something wrong with this beauty blender. Let me know down in the comments if I am. But I feel like a brush just really pushes it into the skin, really makes it absorb into the skin. I'm telling you, you need a brush. A thick, kind of dense brush will be key. I'm telling you, brush is the way. But if you like the beauty blender because you like to shear it out or something, or it works for you, go for it. I'm just telling you what recommends for me is a brush. Now you want to even it out, kind of spread it around your face to kind of warm it up, but also even it out so you're not putting too much in one spot. And then I am just tapping it in. I'm not swiping, I'm tapping it in. And I feel like you should like tap in your foundation like a really good, like, make sure you get it everywhere and you're really letting it soak into the skin. I'm telling you, there will be a difference when you do that. Okay, now that all that is blended in, as you can see, it's just a skin tint, so you can still kind of see some of my redness, a little bit of dark spots and stuff, but it did a nice, beautiful cover. I mean, you can build it too, like I said, you can add more to build it up, but this is just a really pretty skin tint. I feel like it gives you that little luminosity dew, and it blended out and went on super easy. And key, always make sure you blend to your ears too, because you don't want a line there if you have your hair up or anything. And you blend down your neck. That is also a good tip. And into your hairline. Make sure you really push it into that hairline. That is it. So now we are going to move on to concealer. Now you could get a little more advanced, and if you need to color correct, you can. They do have color correctors depending on like what you need to color correct around your face, under your eyes. But this is just beginners. We're just gonna do the basics. And we're gonna go in with concealer. I love this NYX Bare With Me concealer because it's like a skincare and concealer in one. It's a concealer serum that you can't go wrong with this, that you're not gonna accidentally make your under eyes too cakey and crease too much, because even if you accidentally put a little too much of this, you can always just blend it out. It really is just like, it's very thin consistency and it just blends right into the skin. So this will be really good for you. So I just pump a little bit on the back of my hand and take a little concealer brush, and I will go underneath my eyes, and I will go right in here. This is what I'll do. Now, if you want to get more beginner advanced or more advanced, people will put concealer over here, down the nose, sometimes on their smile lines to help that, on the chin, and down here to really chisel out that contour. But today I'm just showing you concealer for the eyes and anywhere else you would like to brighten. Like I said, a little bit of this stuff still goes a long way too. Now, you can also use your concealer over your eyelids for an eyeshadow primer, which we're going to do today too, because that is also nice and easy and all in one step. They do make eyeshadow primers that you can get and stuff. I know the Milani one is really good for drugstore. The KVD one is clear, and that one's supposed to be a really nice one too. But if I'm going to just do a simple eye today, I just take my concealer and go over my eyelids too as I'm concealing. Okay, now that our eyes are blended in, I'm going to show you where else you can highlight. I also like to highlight if you want to. If not, you can just stop right there if you feel comfortable doing that. So I take a little bit here, down my nose, that was a little too much, on my chin, and I do my smile lines. Just blend that in. Okay, now that we've concealed everywhere, I like to let my concealer sit just a little bit before I set it so that it doesn't crease. I like to really let it soak into the skin, and before I set it, I'll go back in with the brush and tap it out. And then I will take a loose powder to set it, and I will take one of these puffs. And you get these off of Amazon. Sorry, mine's dirty. You can get these off of Amazon for like a pack of 6 for like $5 or $10. It's like super cheap. And then I like to take a loose setting powder. I really like the Huda Beauty in Cupcake because it's like a light pink. If you want to brighten underneath your eyes, set with a light pink, or you can even do translucent, but like something that's kind of like a light kind of powder, not dark powder, kind of light powder, like a pink powder to set and to brighten up under there. So I like this one. Okay, so I'll take the puff after I rubbed it on the back of my hand, and I will set underneath my eyes. I will just push it in. Some people like to bake. I don't like to bake. I don't know. I just don't. I like to just really push it in there to make sure that it's setting it. And I will also set anywhere I put that concealer too, because I don't want it to move throughout the day. Okay, now that we have set our concealer, we are going to move on to bronzer / contour. Bronzer is to pretty much warm up the whole face. So if you'd like to see a contour video, I can do that. But I think we're just going to bronzer. And they also have cream and powder bronzers and contours. And I think powder is going to be the easiest to learn with first, but you can always go in with cream and then powder. That's what I normally do. But today we're just going to go in with only powders. So if you're going to go in with only powders, you want to set your whole face so that when you're putting that powder on, it doesn't disturb the makeup underneath. So with that, I would take a pressed powder, whatever one you'd like. So I'm just going to set my whole face, and I'll be right back. Okay, now that I've set it, and look, even though I set my whole face, that skin tint is dewy and so nice and stays dewy even when you set your face, because look at that, you can still see the nice shine through that. It just, oh, it's a beautiful skin tint, love it. So next we're going to go on to bronzer. So I like the Huda Beauty Glowish bronzer. It is a beautiful, beautiful bronzer. It is easy to build up to. It's not gonna like shock you and you're gonna feel like, oh man, I dirtied my face up or something like too fast. Like I said, just take a little bit at a time. It is a beautiful bronzer. It gives you that nice glow like it says. And I like to take this angled fluffy brush to really get into like the crevices of like my cheekbones to really cut it out. Because I contour, but I like to contour with bronzer colors. I don't like to do the cool, because I know if you do cool shadows and you kind of do it heavy and you're on camera and it looks good, but you go out in public, people are going to see that kind of like grayish cool tone. So I like to personally contour with bronzer colors because I think it looks really nice. So I like to take this kind of brush. This one also is from N.Y.X. It's the 39. It just says N.Y.X in 39. And I will take it and I will stamp. I won't like swipe or anything. I'll take it and I'll go right above where you think your cheekbone is. Right there. And I will just, like I said, you see how like light and buildable? Like you can build this up. It's really beginner friendly. So I will bronze the top of my forehead right here, a little bit in the middle, and mainly here, mainly on the sides. I will bronze that, and I will bronze here and on this side, and then I will also bronze here. And then sometimes I will contour my nose, and I'll just take whatever's left on here and I'll just go on this side, swipe it a little on this side. I don't really like contour it out, and then right here I'll take my brush, just a little. Whatever's left on the brush, I do that. Sometimes I'll go in and I'll really contour, like with cream contour, but if it's just like an easy get ready, go out the door, I just swipe whatever is left on this side and right here. And that is it. Do you see that? It's just a beautiful, easy bronzed look. So now we're going to move on to blush, and the Milani Baked Blushes. This is in Luminoso. This is a really, really beautiful color. And these are very pigmented, but they sheer out very, very nicely if you accidentally put a little too much, because I've done that. And they just give you this nice, beautiful glow to the skin. They have this like luminosity to them, like glow. So like if you don't even want to put highlighter on, you just want to put blush on, you can, and it'll give you this beautiful glow too. So I take a fluffy brush like this and I just tap into it. Like I said, a little goes a long way. I will go up a little. I won't do just my apple, my cheeks, and leave it here. No, I will go here and go up, kind of like high cheekbone, and push that in. But do you see what I'm saying? Like how it gives you that nice like glow. It's beautiful color too. I feel like this is a color for any skin tone. It's a really nice, pretty pink peach color, especially for springtime, which we are getting to soon, hopefully. Can't wait for the warm weather. Now I like to go, just look like I'm a little sun-kissed. I'll take whatever's left. I won't get more product, and I'll just go over the bridge of my nose and a little bit on my forehead sometimes, just to like feel like it evens it out a little. I don't know, it might not do anything, but that's just like what I like to do. But that is where I would place it, and I think it just elevates your face, brings it up a little bit, and it just looks really pretty than just like done. We don't want that. And that is it for blush. But now we're going on to a highlighter in this simple Essence Nude highlighter. It was like $3 or $4. This is a nice, easy highlighter that is like beginner friendly. it looks like so natural, like nothing's even there unless you go into the sun and it really hits you and you like, it's really beautiful. Like, look, watch. See, I'm putting it on, but you can't really, it's not leaving that shadow, because some highlighters, if you don't get the right highlighter for your skin tone and you go like this, you're gonna see a shadow here. But if you turn, you won't. But you don't want that, because you're mostly looking this way. You're not talking and looking at people this way. So this is a really good universal, like, good shade, easy highlighter, very natural for anyone. And you can build it up too if you really like that highlighter glow. But look at that. Can you see that? It's just beautiful. It doesn't leave any texture, doesn't emphasize your texture. It's really, really beautiful for drugstore for being $4. Next, we're gonna go in with eyeshadow. And I wanna give you a few options, just if you're not friendly with eyeshadow, it's kind of hard for you, because eyeshadow is kind of like something that's a little bit more harder for people. Like, personally, me, was not good at eyeshadow. Even to this day I still struggle sometimes with eyeshadow. I'm like, please let me put some tape there so that it looks cleaned up, because I'm telling you, eyeshadow still gets to me. But I feel like if you have a palette that has too many options and you don't know what to start with or what color, these little E.L.F. bite-size shadows are perfect. They have 4 colors, easy to know what you need to do. Right here, highlight with the brow, highlight in the inner corner. Then you have this shade, which you can be your transition shade. This one can be your crease shade, and then your outer V shade to deepen it up a little bit. Like, it's just so simple. It gives you that color pattern, 4 shadows, boom, and you're set. You got an eye look. Also, another one, if you don't want that, you want something more high end, they have a little eyeshadow 9 palette, 4 palettes of eyeshadow. This is the Gwen Stefani one. I like to say, if you're beginner friendly, I'd say start out with browns, neutral colors, and then work your way to color if you feel that way. If you don't, you don't even have to work with browns. If you feel confident, or you don't even care and you just like how it looks and you want to do colors, go for it. I'm telling you. Playing around and learning is key, I'm telling you. The next one is this Gwen Stefani. This is more cool browns. This is kind of nice, but see how it has that like quad shadow where it gives you like the very simple, okay, you know where you're gonna what colors you're gonna use to place where. You could even do an opposite and like do a smoky eye if you wanted to, even with this, because that nice dark color. So like this, you would do your highlight points with this one. You would do your transition color all over the lid with this one. Then you would go in with your crease on this one, a little bit darker. Then you take the black and you do darker in the like V kind of end part of your eye, really below the crease, in the crease, to like make more definition. I just think these are also really nice. This is also a really good palette, blends out really beautifully. Now, if you're more advanced and you know, like, oh, I know what eyeshadows I want to use and I want more of an option, then this Tarte Pro eyeshadow palette is very good. This is the Amazonian Clay palette. This is a really good palette too if you like that option of having more multiple colors. You get nice browns, you get some more mauvey pink purplish kind of colors, a lot of bright colors. You have more option. You have more like these foil colors, these chrome foil colors on the side, which are really good. So this is a really good palette too. I mean, there's so many good eyeshadow palettes that you can get at either the drugstore or high end that would really work for beginner. Now, if you're really beginner friendly, or you're really kind of like scared to like work around a lot of colors for eyeshadows, take your bronzer. Say you just want to do a quick eyeshadow, you just want something in your eye to give it some depth, to give it some color, for something there. Take your bronzer and a fluffy brush and just go all over your eyelid. So I would just go like this in the crease first, and bring a little bit up here once you initially put it in the crease, bring it down a little, and just build that up to what you would like, how dark you would like it, and boom, you're done. You got an eyeshadow. It blends in evenly with your bronzed face. It like goes with it. It's just a really good, easy eyeshadow for on the go, easy eyeshadow if that's how you feel comfortable with. That is also a really good option, just using the bronzer that you used for your face. Okay, now that I put some eyeshadow on, we are done with that. Now, our next tip would be mascara. So you can take an eyelash curler, curl your eyelashes with a curler, and then go in with mascara. I do about 1 or 2 coats, and you should be good. If you want to get a little more advanced and you like the way fake eyelashes look, the Ardell 421s are really, really nice. Those are so natural. The lash band is so thin. You can use the glue, just wait about a minute or two once you put the glue on the eyelash to let it actually get tacky. Don't put the glue on and then put it straight on because it's just gonna like slide everywhere. Trust me, it's gonna be bad. If you do fake eyelashes, make sure you put a coat of mascara, light one, so that when you put the eyelashes on, that your eyelashes are like blending in with it. They're not just like sticking straight out. So curl them and put a little bit of mascara, that'll help. Now, if you don't know how to use eyelash glue or it scares you, they came out with these lash pens. And this one's clear. It goes on white, but it dries down clear, so you can't see it. And they're felt tip pens. These things are amazing. I don't like glue, and I use these and they stick immediately. They dry a little fast, so you don't want to wait for this like you would with the glue in a bottle. You want to just pop them on. Make sure you get it as close to your eyelash line if you're not wearing eyeliner. If you're wearing eyeliner, just put it right on top of that eyeliner. They also comes in black, so if you want to use it as eyeliner, you can. I don't like to. I like to put eyeliner and then I'll put this over just to make it a little bit darker. But these are really, really good too. But a good old-fashioned curler and mascara will give you just as good eyelashes too, so let's do that. So I like to wiggle my brush when I'm going up with it, because I feel like it kind of helps separate the lashes when you do that. And you can do how many ever coats you want of the mascara. I like to do 2, but it's up to you, whatever you like. Okay, that is 2 coats. I'm telling you, if you don't have this mascara, you need to go get it. It is the E.L.F. Lash and Roll. This stuff is so good. I mean, look at this. 2 coats of mascara. Look at that, what it did to my eyelashes. Kept the curl, everything. It's beautiful. Okay, now if you're clumsy or you're like me and you accidentally get mascara on your eyelid, let it dry completely. Take a spoolie and just rub it off very lightly and it will just come right off. So our next and final step is lips. So lips you can have a lot of options with. It's whatever you feel comfortable with, whatever you want to do. You have lip oils, you have lip glosses, you have lip liners, you have lipsticks, you have now lip serums that are tinted, lip tints, water stain or lip stains, and there's so many options out there for lips now. Best would be probably a lip gloss, lip oil, a tinted serum, lip serum like this, like the Makeup by Mario is really nice because it still gives you color, but it's like a hydrating serum. A lip oil, they also have like this is just clear, but they have colored ones, so it'll give you a little bit of a tint. But yes, so I think I'm going to go with the lip liner and lip gloss and show you guys how I do that, because I think it comes out really beautiful. Take this lip liner. I love the N.Y.X lip liners. This one's in natural, and I also have nude pink, and those are really beautiful nude pinkish colors. So I start at the bottom of my lip and go up. Like, people normally will go a little bit outside, and I go a little bit outside my natural lip line, but not much. And you see how I like bring it back kind of into my lip a little, because I'm not using lipstick, so I kind of want that color to come up just a little bit, so it's not just like a harsh line around my lips. Okay, that is it for my lip liner. I will take this lip oil by Makeup Revolution. This is a really, really good lip oil. It's supposed to be a dupe for the Dior lip oil, and this is good. It makes my lips feel hydrating. It just glides on. It is beautiful and it smells amazing. Okay, and now we have our very, very, very last step. I lied, that wasn't our last step. If you would like to set your face with a setting spray to make it last all day, you can. You really don't have to, because if you follow the steps and you really let that stuff set and you set it the right way, it should not move on you. But some people like to use setting sprays, and you can. I love this N.Y.X Bear With Me setting spray. Lightly spray my face and I'll let it dry down before I do anything else. But this is also a prime, set, and refresh. So if you feel like your makeup is getting increases throughout the day or moving around, if you think that, you can come and spray this. And I would take like a little, I would take my foundation brush and kind of just a little bit dab it around in the places I need it to be, just to make sure everything's set back in place. you can do that. You can use this before your makeup. You can use this as a primer, so spray it on before, or you can set like we did. Up to you. Okay, so that is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry if I talk too much. I just wanted to give you guys tips and tricks that I feel like I wish I knew when I first started out. I just wanted to be helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Comment down below if you did, what you want to see next. If you have any tips and tricks that I didn't mention, I'd love to know. I love learning new things about beauty, and I hope you guys liked it. So please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell down below so you get notified on my next video. And I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and I'll see you later. Bye.